right now, it's time for us to get into five fast facts about the year 1983, one of those years that was huge in pop culture and everything that it meant. So let's get rolling with fact number one, where no black man has gone before. Guy Bluford became the first African American in space as a member of the Space Shuttle Challenger crew in 1983. As a flight instructor, Vietnam veteran, and aerospace engineer, he beat out 10,000 other applicants for the opportunity. Bluford flew a total of 4 missions in space and continued with NASA until 1993. Little known fact, he was also had his whole career in life adapted for TV by a well-known show, Homeboys in Outer Space.
That was not the movie. That was not the show I was thinking you was talking about.
I thought you
But
were
that's
going to
it,
say
though.
like a movie, like one of those, like, you know how they used to have the movies,
Yeah, the movie of the
the
week.
prime
Yeah,
time, the movie of the week.
they get you there. Yeah, they just have
Homeboys in Outer
Lou
Space.
Gossett Jr., the Afro
Right.
playing. So no, okay, maybe UPN didn't adapt it, but a rough approximation. Fact number two, let's see what we got. All right. Fact number two, Alice Walker became the first African American woman. You notice there are a lot of firsts that were still happening in the 80s. She became the first African American woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction and the American Book Award for her novel, The Color Purple. Despite facing constant controversy, including the book being placed on banned lists all the way throughout the 90s and the 2000s, Walker's story would win critical acclaim and also be adapted to a film and a Broadway play. Another fun fact, turns out now that it's going to be adapted into another film based on the Broadway play, which will be followed also by an amusement ride called Sugar Shack and a video game called Call of Sealy. It's a first person shooter, is what I was told.
Sir.
It be taking me. I mean, and then it was like, wait, what?
Like,
Okay,
get me
well, the,
through.
the second movie is true. I will say that the second movie is.
So wait, so I knew the movie was coming. I saw the trailer that Oprah and the girls did.
Mhm.
So it's based off the Broadway, not a reboot of the original movie. Is that
No,
that's what I'm hearing?
it's
The
a
difference
musical
is?
based off the Broadway play. Yeah,
That's
I saw the
different.
play, not on Broadway, but I did see the play, and it's
That's
actually great.
different.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't even
that's
understand why you do that. Like, what? You're basing it off the play, not the original movie.
But think about it. What would you change? And there's no reason to redo the movie. The original movie it stands on its own pretty well as a classic. So
Yeah, I think that was my point too. Like, why even touch it?
yeah.
Is it just to make it more current to it? I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I think it could be. A lot of people don't recognize it as a musical. Now we've seen the movie, and there's songs that we know from it, you know. But I think as a Broadway play, I think seeing some of the acts in the play, you know, with songs along with them, I think could just be just a different moment, I guess, for the
yeah,
culture.
yeah. It's one thing to see Celia attempt to cut Mrs. throat. It's another thing to see her do it while singing. That's the best way to put it. Fact number three. Let's see what we got. A day fit for a king. U.S. President and reputed cocaine kingpin Ronald Reagan
Yes,
signs a
indeed.
law designating the third Monday in January Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It was first observed 3 years later on January 20th, 1986. At first, some states, guess which ones, resisted observing the holiday as such, giving alternative names or combining it with other holidays. So it wasn't until the mid 90s, maybe, that Arizona finally came along. That was the last state to officially observe it. They were resistant. And then, even after that, even to this day, Mississippi, no surprises there. They observe Confederate heroes or Robert E. Lee Day, and they throw maybe a little sprinkle of Martin Luther King in there as well. And it may be like that in a couple other states as well. But
You would think Mississippi would be the blackest state in the country. You would
uh-huh.
think because that's where all of us come
And
from.
and there's a
You would
large number of
think
black people still there.
and you would think we would be rocking, but they still holding on to the Confederacy and that
Mhm.
what do they call those towns? that you can't be in sundown towns and
Yeah.
Mississippi holding on strong.
I just don't understand so many people being resistant to a day off.
no matter who it is, huh?
No matter who it is. The day off, I'm gonna work. You really got a problem with that?
No matter the day, no matter who it is,
it's a Monday.
Absolutely.
After a week, you don't.
Yeah.
Wait. You so comfortable in white supremacy that you will opt out of a 3-day weekend.
Man,
for real. Man. That speaks volumes.
Volumes.
Oh, fact number 4. Let's see what we got. American Beauty. Vanessa Williams is crowned the first African American Miss America since the pageant's inception, continuing a light-skinned winning streak that wouldn't be broken until Wesley Snipes stabbed Christopher Williams in New Jack City.
And Vanessa was in it.
But that was the other Vanessa Williams, which is also the end of the light-skinned winning streak, because they put the other Vanessa Williams, the dark-skinned Vanessa Williams, in there. So as you see, New Jack City is the turning point in Black culture for light-skinned people. Anyway, although Williams, Vanessa, not Christopher, would be stripped of the crown in 1984, she would go on to enjoy a successful career in music and film. Success being the best revenge for Vanessa Williams. Yeah. It was people was hot about that. Black people was hot about that when she got stripped of that crown, because we were celebrating for a moment.
Remind us why she got stripped of the crown.
She also had been stripped on a picture or two that they had found. She was
some illicit photos.
Some illicit photos. Compromising positions, and apparently that was a thing that was frowned upon in their Miss Americas at the time.
And see, they need to give her back pay, because Kim Kardashian come along and get paid, and Vanessa Williams, they strip and tear her down. I think Vanessa Williams should get some retribution pay for starting that trend of leaked photos and
I think those were the first leaked photos, weren't they?
I think those were the first leaked photos. That was the first, from what I
big scandal.
Scandal. Yeah. I do believe that she did go back to the pageant, and there was some sort of retribution, not money, but some sort of forgiveness or grace given or apologies or whatever on behalf of the Miss America brand, kingdom, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how all that works. I don't even know who, did Mr. America bring out? I don't know what the whole system of Miss America.
Steve Harvey said enough of that.
Yeah.
Bring Nessa back.
All right. Fact number 5. Run, Jesse, run. Civil rights activist Jesse Jackson announced his candidacy for the president of the United States. Although he was considered a fringe candidate by the DNC, Jackson surprised many when he took 3rd place overall behind Senator Gary Hart and former Vice President Walter Mondale. He won 5 primaries and caucuses, including Louisiana, the District of Columbia, South Carolina, Virginia, and one of 2 separate contests in Mississippi. Yes, that Mississippi.
That's what I'm saying.
The same Mississippi we were just talking about a moment ago.
Didn't want a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
The same Mississippi.
I don't know how that worked, that they voted, strongly. Well, I know how it worked. All those black people, the black people who had the opportunity to voted, because there's so many black people in Mississippi, they voted for Jackson. But they didn't get to vote on their holidays. They were like, it's going to be, y'all were going back to work.
No, that wasn't at the polls.
At all. But it had it been, it would have been a whole different story. So that is our 5 fast facts for the year 1983.
This is the Scenario Radio Show. Real talk with a playlist.
That's the